Hello, I'm Jonasz Rewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Russian forces have attacked Ukraine with 52 Shahed drones since Monday evening. In the Dnipro region, a fire broke out due to the assault. Meanwhile, Ukrainian drones attacked a local business in the Russian city of Izhevsk, according to the head of the Udmurtia region. He did not specify what kind of business it was. According to him, firefighters are eliminating the sources of fire, and there are casualties as a result of the attack. A Ukrainian Telegram channel has meanwhile claimed that the drone's target could have been the Izhevsk electromechanical plant Kupol, which carries out orders from the Russian Ministry of Defense and produces anti-aircraft missiles and target training systems. Photos and videos of the aftermath of the drone crash, allegedly in Izhevsk, have circulated on social media. In addition, overnight, Russian authorities blocked traffic on the Kerch Bridge, which connects Crimea with Russia, according to Radio Liberty's Crimea Realities project. The closure was due to reports from local media channels about a possible attack. The Russian Defense Ministry, meanwhile, claims that air defense systems on duty destroyed and intercepted 60 Ukrainian drones overnight on Monday. On the front line, Russian forces have reportedly seized their first village in Ukraine's east-central Dnipro region, according to Russian state media and war bloggers, marking a new advance in the ongoing war. Russia's state RIA news agency quoted pro-Russian official Vladimir Rogov as saying that Russian forces had taken control of the village of Dachnia, located just inside the Dnipro region. This reported advance comes as Moscow's forces have gained significant ground in recent months, seizing approximately 950 square kilometers of Ukrainian territory over the past 2 months. Turning to the Middle East now, Israeli forces killed at least 74 in Gaza on Monday, with airstrikes that left 30 dead at a seaside cafe and gunfire that left 23 dead. 2 other strikes on Gaza City killed 15 people, according to Shiva Hospital, which received the casualties. A strike on a building also killed 6 people near the town of Zawaida. Now, in one of the hottest spots of the front line, the operators of the Worm Busters unit of the Ukrainian Army's 414 separate Battalion of Reconnaissance and Strike Unmanned Aerial Systems, or the Magyar's Birds, have turned the battlefield into a veritable hellscape for Russian forces. The classic modus operandi for Ukrainian drone units goes like this. UAVs swarm around, Russian troops try to run, and then instant karma in a target-rich environment of Russian units sent into Ukraine to seize and occupy, but ultimately destined to meet their doom. Another attempt at improvisation by the Russian military was recorded in one of the frontline areas. Apparently, in the fight against Ukrainian reconnaissance drones, the occupiers have switched from electronic warfare to scientific shamanism. This footage shows a rope attached to a Russian drone with a magnet and some pieces of metal at the end. The probable purpose of this high-tech solution is to catch, disable, or otherwise eliminate Ukrainian drones while mid-air. Russian forces are increasingly relying on North Korean imports on the battlefield, with artillery being no exception to this rule. In the Novopavlivsk sector, a unit of the Ukrainian 413th Reid Battalion demonstrated a masterclass in precision by striking a rare piece of enemy equipment, a North Korean M1991 Juche multiple launch rocket system. Want to see what happens when you get a Tinder match between a Ukrainian drone and a launch-ready rocket positioned right behind the cab of a truck? Spoiler alert, things get really, really hot. I guess they should have gone for a different name for that North Korean MLRS, M1991 Juche. Seeing how Juche is an ideology of self-reliance and autonomy symbolized by an eternal flame, it seems that in this particular case it became something of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The rocket was set free, that is, the autonomy bit, and eternal flame quickly followed. Right. Moving on. A successful series of strikes on Russian positions resulted in the destruction of more Russian equipment. This time, a Shilka anti-aircraft system, which was supposed to provide air defense coverage for the occupiers, has ended up in the scrapyard. As it turned out, no Shilka would be of any use against Ukrainian FPV drones and precise operators. The algorithm used by the Ukrainian 3rd Assault Brigade is actually pretty simple. Find, tracked down and destroyed. In the course of the operation, the fighters of the unit's UAS, or Unmanned Combat Systems, took out a Russian anti-aircraft crew and didn't actually stop there, proceeding to wreak absolute havoc against hostile forces in the area. And with this, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news, updates and commentary.